Okay, so this video is a look at Corgi Beatles. My two favourite bands of all time are the Beatles and the Doors, but if push came to shove, I'd probably choose the Doors over the Beatles as my number one favourite. To my knowledge, there are no Doors vehicles like the Monkeymobile, but there have been vehicles based on the Beatles. This is the first one. A newspaper taxi. Yes, I finally got one of these things out, but only because this was second hand and the box it came in was beyond salvaging. As a result though, this is full of dust on the inside, where I can't clean it. This is from the song Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, and the lyric, "Newspaper taxis appear at the shore." This is a good solid version of a taxi. The doors open that way. I presume that's right, as I've never been in a taxi like this. Doubt Corgi got that wrong. The newspaper articles printed all over it are all about the Beatles, which is a nice touch when they could have been about anything really. The number plate reads BNT 67, which I presume is short for Beatles and 1967, the date the Sgt. Pepper album, from which the song comes from, was released. Next is this, the bus from the Magical Mystery Tour film, which is probably the worst thing the Beatles ever did. That and the song Revolution 9 from the White Album. It's them at their most self-indulgent. I haven't got anything positive to say about the film. It's practically unwatchable. It's only the songs which makes it interesting, and you can listen to them on CD without suffering the film. If you've seen any of my other videos and wondered why I keep everything in its packaging, this is one of the reasons. I think the vast majority of the time they look better in their packaging. This being a prime example. Away from this box, it would just be an old ugly bus with a colourful paint scheme. It looks a bit eerie, completely empty too. But in the box, decorated like the album cover, it looks a lot better and more interesting. This is a lot better, the yellow submarine from the animated film of the same name. This is like the Aston Martin from Goldfinger. It's a toy they made in the 60s and keep on reproducing it. This is a reissue from 2008. I can see two flip-up compartments on it, which I didn't know what they were for. So I searched for these on eBay and saw that the Beatles pop out of them, two at the front and two at the back, when those black buttons are pressed. This is a strong enough model to look good away from the packaging, unlike the previous bus, but I'm going to keep it in there anyway, as I like the psychedelic seascape. Okay, so that was a look at some Corgi Beatles, and hopefully you'll join me on another video sometime.